Well, we're on a different kind of river treasure adventure today. I got a message from one of my fans about a GoPro he lost in a set of rapids when they were rafting, and he drew me a little map, showed me right where it was. So it's a long way off the road, you know, where they put in. So I thought what I'd do is I'd just kind of hike cross country through the mountains to get to it. And well, I lost the trail. I thought this would be quicker. I'm not sure it's going to be quicker, or if you're ever going to see me again. So this camera is found with this footage. Tell my wife I love her. Nah, we'll be in the river soon. If we just keep walking downhill, we'll eventually hit it. I'm just hoping we don't get into some big thickets of this mountain laurel. And there are a lot of bears up here too. This is where they hunt bears. Hopefully we'll see one. Alright, I'll let you know if anything exciting happens between here and the river. It's getting a lot thicker, that's for sure. I don't like that a lot. It can get impenetrable. Yeah, this is not good. We should have stuck to the trail. So much for the Aquachigger shortcut. This is terrible, man. I'm going to lose half an hour at least going this way before it's over. Alright, I'll quit yapping and start moving out. Well, we hit the little stream at least now. I know this is going to go down. Boy, that's weird looking. Look at that. That's where water comes running off the hill back there. I think the stream's going to be fairly open at least, so we'll just have to hop on the rocks. I don't want to get my hiking boots wet because we have to come back up this thing. And I don't want to break my leg either, which I almost did. The rocks are slippery. Hell, it's fall. Look at all the leaves turning. I can't walk on these, that's for sure. Alright, I'll get back at you. One way at a time. Well, that didn't take long. I slipped on a rock and fell in. Hidden for a penny, in for a pound, but we're going up on land. Oh, I almost broke my arm. Dum-dum. Alright, let's up on land. Oh, we just hit a trail, which I suspect is the one that I jumped off of a little ways back to make a shortcut. So I probably cut out about 100 yards of my hike and added about 20 minutes in getting soaking wet, including my phone. I hope it works. I'm not going to turn it on yet though. This was definitely a really smart move coming up on the trail. The stream we were following down is way down below there in those big rocks. You can kind of see it up there, and I don't think we would have ever made it. We'd be down there in a broken heap somewhere if we had stuck to the stream. I'm a bonehead sometimes, but it makes life interesting if you live through it. We're going to live through this one. I think we're getting close. Well, we're almost to the river. It wasn't a bad hike. Of course, it was all downhill, and it won't be downhill both ways, so I've been told. That's going to be nice. Those giant rocks down there. This is normally a lot higher than this, but of course this is late fall, so it's very low right now. Oh, that's no problem at all. I was a little bit worried. I wish you guys could be here with me. I don't always want to be by myself. My nose just grew a little bit. But I have a bit of a problem in that my phone is dead, so I don't have my GPS, and I don't know exactly where I am in relation to where I lost it. Going by memory, I think it's down below us, maybe by that big rock. I'm not positive though, so this might not turn out to be a good day for us. And I don't have a lot of space on my camera apparently. Oh, I do have an extra one, that's right. We'll go down to that big rock and kind of check it out from there. Alright, I really don't know where to start. I'm not exactly sure where he said he lost it, but what we're going to do is we're just going to change into our wetsuit, or I'm going to change into my wetsuit right here. We'll just start right in this swiftwater area, and we're going to work our way down with a mask and snorkel. Down, 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 down. At least that big rock. Oh, there's the island. I think the island is just below where we want to go. That might be the big rock that he said he lost it in, or lost it at. So, yeah, we'll go down to that. Yeah, I think we're in the right spot. I think that pool, he said it might be in there. Let's go ahead and get changed. I'll get my wetsuit. It's pretty warm, but I imagine that water's icy cold because we're in the mountains. Clear though, we'll have a good time. Watch out for the snallygaster. Well, the sand squinch, but they're not aquatic yet. What a beautiful place. Trees have pretty good color right here. Not the best, but pretty nice. And the water is like ice. It's gonna be fun. I do have a wetsuit. I'm gonna pull it up before we go in. Let's do it. Let's get this over with. I think we're down in the right area now. I haven't seen a single thing that's man-made except 1 or 2 cans. But the water is ice cold, man. It is ice cold. Want to see what it looks like? Sure you do. I do anyway. Let's go back under. Hold your breath. Nothing but tiny bubbles. Alright, enough of that foolishness. We have work to do. Down to the rock. One way you can tell this water is ice cold year round is that there's big old trout in here. I haven't seen a trout in a wild like this in a long time. That's how to got my foot. This car can get me. This wetsuit is very buoyant. Let's go down and see if we can see him. The trout split. Hopefully we'll see another one. But this is definitely the wipeout place right here. For you kayakers out there, you know where I am. Check it out. And again, this is really low compared to what it normally is. And I guess the guys come down off here and bounce off this rock and flip over. So hopefully that pool will see some stuff, although I have seen nothing. I mean absolutely nothing but 1 or 2 beer cans so far. But we did find the spot, and hopefully there's something down there like his camera, and if not, maybe something else. Twice as good. Alright, so I just came down over these falls right here, and the bottom is very flat. So anything that was lost here will definitely be downstream. Gold rings and things like that, we'll probably find the first crack and fall into those. So we'll check those out as we go along. But it's very slippery too, so watch your step. Not near as bad as that little stream we're in though. I almost died back here. Not really. Hold your breath. Well, obviously that wasn't a trout, but it was a fish. Came down this side back and forth, just some cans and a few bottles. We're gonna go back up that side and hopefully we'll have more luck. Over there, bubble just came up my leg. I thought an alligator got me. We definitely have to go down through here before we go back in that pool. That looks like an awesome wipeout rock too. Of course, when the river's high, it's probably going over the top of these, but let's work our way down through here. Alright, this is definitely it here, right below this rock. Turn it around and go back. That's the pool he said to look in. So we'll go do the other half on the way back. But look at this, how pretty this is. It just goes on and on like this. We should float the whole thing one day. It's like 10 miles long. Alright, we'll check out in here, go around that rock right there, come back up, and we'll go back. saw a knife, but I can't stand up there, and it's wedged in. But we're gonna get it, don't worry about that. I broke it loose that time at least. I'll be able to get it this time. The big problem you have with a wetsuit is you cannot stay underwater. It just, you want to pop right back up like a bobber or a cork. And I can't really bring weight down here because, you know, you saw what I had to do to hike down here, and I don't want to have extra 10 pounds in my bag of lead. But we'll get it this time. You can see it from up here. Well, it's broken to pieces, but I'll try to grab that blade. Well, not much in the way of river treasure, but we're not done yet. Let's look around here and go back up to that big hole. A bunch of acorns. It must be an acorn tree above us. Or an oak tree. Go look at these rocks over here. See if there's any fossils in them. That's pretty weather worn. If you can get like slabs of it and flip it over, sometimes you can find fossils, but we're not going to mess with it. Alright, let's go back up. Here, our gear is up on that bend, so we'll just kind of work our way up through here, going upriver. I did want to show you something. See this big flat rock right here? You see there's some iron pins sticking out of it, big iron pins. There was actually a railroad bridge right here. The railroad crossed right through here and went on up the valley. Probably for lumber, you know, timber, a timber railroad. I'm not positive about that, but man, it's hard to believe there was old steam engine chugging up through here at one time. I was just telling you about that rock right there, and I turned around because we're going to have to hike up through here to get above this jumble right here. And look at this. You know what caused this mark right here? Do ya? I think that's a kayak, isn't it? Isn't that what a kayak scraped it? Yeah, that's where somebody bounced off this rock with a kayak. A blue one and a red one. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You know the water was a lot higher then. I see a helmet down there. I hope there's no head in it. Hold your lunch down. Looks like a jockey's helmet. I wonder who would be riding horses out here. Look on this rock right here, you can see some of these big pieces of iron, big bolts that I was telling you about. And there's some more right here. They're all bent over like that because of the floods. Look down there, see that big rock? That's where the other ones are. So there was actually a train track, bridge-like thingy going from here all the way down across these rocks to that big rock and down the valley. Isn't that amazing? We wonder how they did that. You know, 100, 150 years ago. Well, I guess it would have been probably about 100 to 120 years ago when they were doing the lumber up in these valleys. That's just absolutely amazing to me. Boy, I hope I don't come up on any deer hunters out here. They'll shoot me for a Sam squinch for sure. Just like this. Halloo! It is deer season, but only with a bow. Oh, I don't know where my clothes are. Hope we can find them. I think you're down this way. I think we went up too far. Yeah, this place is looking familiar. Hopefully yeah, there's my clothes. Everything was soaking wet, and of course my phone's totally dead. I'm almost back to the truck, and nothing exciting has happened. Haven't seen any bears or any rattle moccasins or anything like that, so I guess this is going to have to end the video. There's a much tougher hike coming up with this pack full of wet clothes. Well, wetsuits. This is a little stream that I fell in and ruined my phone, which is completely dead now, so my wife's going to kill me. And we'll try not to fall in it again when we go over. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. It was a lot of fun. We'll get back out there sometime, but not here, someplace different. Wish me luck. I'm almost back to my truck, and I'm on Forest Service land here, government land. And I had seen this pond on a map, so I kind of took a little detour to look at it. And look at it. Something is definitely wrong here, man. Wow. This must be like a super fun site or something. Wow. If you look up the hill, you can see this has all been cleared at one time. I don't know if there's some type of dump here at one time or a quarry, or I don't think we're going to be able to get up here though. Oh, look at the lichens, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's just more of that red clay stuff. Lots of deer tracks in here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It's obviously been all dug up though in the past. Ooh, that pond's horrible. Let's go look at it again. I suppose that's why this pond is here. To catch this sediment and stuff, this staining that's coming out of this spring-like structure. But I suspect it might be man-made. This might be a man-made problem. It does stink for sure. There wouldn't be much reason to put a pond in here like that if that's not the case. I mean, this isn't like a cattle raising area up here or anything. It's top of a mountain. It's hard. It looks like that's kind of cool, isn't it? Reminds me of Yellowstone National Park. You guys have ever been out there? It's actually kind of neat. Huh. I'm glad we stopped at this. It does smell pretty bad though.